from Roy's Garage. Today I'm going to be working on a 1994 Chevy pickup 2500 series with a 350 engine automatic. I'm going to show you how to replace the water pump. These are the tools I'm going to be using today to do this job. 3/8 impact, 3/8 ratchet, another 3/8 ratchet, 3/8 extension, another 3/8 extension, 14mm socket, 10mm socket, 3/8 Allen wrench socket, 1/4 inch ratchet, another 1/4 inch ratchet, 1/4 inch extension, 10mm socket, 8mm socket, 22mm wrench, 13mm wrench, Crescent wrench, Vise grip, a gear wrench for my serpentine belt, some penetrating oil, some spray adhesive, Antifreeze, Perma Tex, and my Airlift tool. These are the parts I'm going to be using today to do this job. A brand new water pump and antifreeze. Okay, first I'm going to drain the coolant. I'm going to be opening up my radiator petcock. It's right down here. I'm going to be on the left hand side, driver's side front lower of the radiator. Opening up my radiator cap. Okay, while the antifreeze is draining, I'm going to be removing the top half of the fan shroud. Loosening up these fan bolts. If you can leave the belt on, that'd be the best, and at least loosen it up. Okay, removing the serpentine belt, removing the fan, okay, shooting some penetrating oil. Removing the pulley. Now we're going to be removing this water pump, but first we're going to be disconnecting this heater hose and the lower radiator hose. I'm going to be changing this hose, so I'm going to slit it open with the razor blade. Okay, I'm going to be removing the water pump, so there's going to be 4 bolts. 2 bolts on the passenger side, 2 bolts on the driver's side. So I changed this water pump many years ago. The original fitting was a pewter type fitting that got rotten. So I removed that pewter fitting and I put this steel fitting inside. So this plug came with a new water pump. I'm going to be removing it. I'll be installing this fitting for a new one. Putting some Perma Tex onto my thread. Screwing this guy on. So I'm going to be transferring these studs to the new water pump. So I got to remove these studs. So I'm using 2 nuts. Put the 2 on. Tightening up these 2 nuts. And then unscrew the stud. Installing the studs. So we're going to be cleaning up this gasket. Okay, I'm going to be gluing on my gaskets to the water pump. I'm going to be using this spray adhesive. Let this thing dry up a little bit and then stick the gasket on. So I'll be putting on my gasket. So I'm going to be putting some anti-seize on my bolts. Okay, installing the water pump. Can put these bolts on for now. Okay, connecting the bottom hose to the water pump. Connecting my heater hose. This is a 5/8 heater hose, a straight piece. I just cut one small piece to fit. Putting some anti-seize on these threads. Put some on the shaft. Pulling the pulley on. Putting on my fan. Bolting my fan up. Putting on my belt. Okay, so now we got the belt on, so now we can tighten up the fan bolts all the way. Okay, so don't forget to tighten up your drain plug. Putting on my shroud. Okay, putting some anti-seize on my bolts. Bolting up the shroud. Bolting up the shroud. Okay, so I have my Airlift tool all set up. I'm gonna be pulling a vacuum on my cooling system about 15-16 inches. You notice the hose is starting to collapse. That's what you want. That should be good. Shut this valve off. Disconnect my air. Connect this other hose. Make sure this hose is in the antifreeze. Open your valve. Now it's going to be sucking in the antifreeze. You got to be real careful. This thing sucks really fast. You don't want it to suck air. So before it gets too low, shut it off and put it into the next antifreeze bottle. And just open the valve. So I'm going to be topping off the antifreeze. Oh, okay. Putting on a new radiator cap. So I road tested the vehicle. I let the vehicle cool down, and I checked all the fluids, topped everything off, and now you're good to go. So if you have any questions, comment below. Make sure to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello.